Hello everyone, my name is Light Arjun, and today I'm going to be talking about history or having me play some Bedwars for you to watch. Because we all love Bedwars, don't we? I know the topic sounds dumb, but I'm going to be talking about some really interesting times in history, as long as why I love the subject, and why it's like my favorite subject in school, which you'll probably see why by the end of the video. I know why by the end of the video. I know it sounds dumb and boring, but hear me out. If I'm sure you just stick around to watch it, you'll see that it's actually a really interesting video. And by the way, check this out! It's a Google Docs form. Since I'm a relatively new channel, I think this is a good place for you to send me video ideas and suggestions for me to do. And you know, like I said, I'm a small channel. I'm gonna definitely read your response that you put there. Or if you want, you can just put it down in the comments. But if you don't want to do that, that's completely fine by me, dude. I respect that. Anyway, this video is gonna be really interesting. So why don't we just get started? Let's go. Okay, so I'm an alright guy in school, you know. I have a normal school life. Like anyone, I have a favorite subject in school, which is history. Now, to some of my IRL friends, this will come as a surprise, since in school I'm the best at math and I speed through all of the questions and still get them right, and I get really good marks on the exams. But still, history has always been my favorite subject, as I like learning about famous wars like World War I, World War II, the Great Potato War, the PewDiePie vs. T-Series War, and the Cold War, to name a few. But the reason I like learning about them is because they're so interesting, as well as full of interesting people and battles. It really helps to repeat mistakes in the past. And there have been some pretty funny wars and moments that I gotta share with you folks. The first funny war thing I want to talk about is a football war. Yep, I'm not lying about this. There was once a war between two countries over football. And you may wonder, how could that be? And on the other face, you'd think this would be a really dumb idea. And you know, I agree with you. Like, come on, El Salvador and Honduras. Your economies aren't even that great, and you're gonna go into a war, and on top of that, over football? Damn. And no offense to anyone from those countries. Anyways, tensions were running high between these two countries for too many wrong reasons that I don't want to say. But it came to a break in the Mexico World Cup qualifiers in 1970, where both teams had to play against each other to see who would go and play in the World Cup. Matches were both in El Salvador and Honduras, and there were 3 matches. Basically, the fans kept up each of the football teams each night and stopped each other team from playing well. However, El Salvador won the matches and went through. However, people started calling for war as both countries' populations were extremely angry by this. And this war only lasted for 3 days before many countries stepped in and said that they would embargo both of the countries if they don't stop. And it was pretty pointless, since thousands of people died in a couple of days, and it was all over football and for nothing, and it ended up decreasing each other's economies, and that sucked basically. But if you did find it funny, two countries would go to war, something as trivial as football. The second funny war I want to talk about is the Paraguayan War. So basically, in the 1860s, the president of Paraguay was looking at this really cool chap in France called Napoleon Bonaparte, and how he was going around taking control of lots of countries and then having his march on Russia. And he was like, hey, I'm a pretty smart guy myself, wink wink, shouldn't I try and copy his military tactics and get some land for my country? You know, this is going to be a great expedition, guys. We're going to take it all. We're going to become such a great, strong country. Paraguay strong. So his genius military tactic was that since Paraguay is between Argentina, Brazil, and Uruguay, that we're gonna now this is a really great part, guys. We're gonna take them all on at once. Yeah, guys, you heard me right. You heard me right. Paraguay, a small little country that is going to fight Argentina, Brazil, and Uruguay all at the same time. Not even try and like take them on one by one, but no, they have to take on all of their armies, all of the people with their limited weapons and army size. So that was some 900 tactics IQ leader. And I wonder how it went like in the war room. Like the generals must have been like, sir, this is a horrendous idea. We should not do this. Like, come on. We can't go to war with these countries. We're gonna lose. This is gonna be a disaster. And he's like, nope, I don't care. Look at France. We're gonna win this war and we're gonna become a great country. And you know, the war ended up going really badly, as anyone would expect for Paraguay, since 3 countries just instantly invaded, and that sucked for them. At least now they're not gonna try something like that again, but if they did, that would be fun. Anyway, the last bizarre war that I would like to talk about It's a war that lasted for 335 years. Alright? Like, that is a huge time to go for a war to go on. And you may be wondering, we would know about if a war had lasted that long, as someone would learn about it, because these two countries were both first world countries, and I bet someone watching these videos are from either of those countries. And the war was between the United Kingdom and the Netherlands. And you'd be shocked, because you'd be like, hang on, what UK allies with the Netherlands in World War II? Haven't like the UK and the Netherlands been good partners? Hasn't the Netherlands and the UK have good relationship with each other? And yeah, I'd agree with you. I'm sure these two countries do have good relationships with each other. They used to be part of the EU, as the UK's gone now. But let me tell you how it happened. So in 1651, the tensions running high between both of those countries, as you know, how any war would start. Obviously, tensions rise high, and the Netherlands wanted to take control of Malta. And when the war was declared in 1651 by Netherlands, it was 1651, so most wars were not taken seriously back then. They were just whatever. So basically, after like a couple of months, people just started forgetting about this. And since we didn't have like the phone or like iPhones or computers or anything, anyone who's like really recording this information, it just sort of became forgotten in history. And time went on. We had the First World War, Second World War, we had the Napoleonic Wars, and all of that. Britain and Netherlands were still supposedly quote unquote fighting, but now it's 300 years later, the year's 1986, on the end of the Cold War. Britain and the Netherlands came to a realization that these countries have been at war for the past 300 years. That must have been insane to realize. I mean, look at it. Like, imagine you protect the country in like World War II against the Germans, and then to realize that you were originally fighting it. So that must have been confusing. But in 1986, a peace treaty was signed between the two countries, and after that, the war officially came to a close with nothing happening. There were no casualties in this war, and basically no one remembers it. And it was a pretty funny war, since no one got hurt, and that's hilarious, isn't it? I like that the most. So guys, we're at the end of the video. Thank you all for watching, y'all. I hope you had a fun time listening to me talk about history whilst I got the W in the Bedwars game. That's cringy, I know. Anyway, I hope you found the Bedwars to be interesting, and I hope with all of the history that I was talking about that you may have learned something from it. And that would have been great, which would really, really make my day. If at least I know that someone found something interesting in this video, that would be great. Anyway, if you like this video, please, I know it sounds like I'm every YouTuber ever, but I would like a like on this video, like a like, or you can even comment on it, saying that you liked it, or giving me things that I could improve on, and I would completely take that, and I treasure it, and I give you a heart. And I know it's a lot to ask for, and I know that not a lot of people will do that, but if you really want to see more of my videos, and you find me to be entertaining, and all that, I will please hit the subscribe button. And and there are going to be tons of videos I have coming out, and I think there's tons of videos now on my channel for you to watch. So, without further ado, that's it from me. I hope you have time to tune in later and listen to me, but that's it for now. See you later. Bye.